Hey everyone, it's Lauren Robertson here, and today I'd like to tell you a wee story about how Spirit gave me my eyesight back. So, 2 years ago, I went for an eye test and I needed glasses, and I'd been wearing glasses for a few years prior. And at that time in my life, I was drinking way too much for reasons that I'll go into in another video at some time. But I was consuming a lot of alcohol and numbing a lot of feelings and a lot of pain. And I went for my eye test, and like I say, I'd been wearing glasses. I needed glasses that were a little bit stronger. And I had this feeling and this sense, and that's how Spirit comes to me, is like these like internal sort of shifts and movements and feelings and ideas and inspiration. So I had this feeling like, what if you use this eye test as a marker for stopping drinking? Your next eye test is in 2 years. If you stop drinking alcohol, let's see how you feel round about the time of your next eye test. And I was like, okay. So 2 years ago, I made the decision to stop drinking alcohol altogether, and it was a really, really difficult journey. And if you want me to make a video about that, please let me know. I'll be happy to share. So I decided to stop drinking, and for 2 years, I haven't drank any alcohol whatsoever after drinking wine copiously every night prior to that. And I had forgotten all about the sort of relationship between my eye test and drinking. And recently, just about 2 months ago, before Corbin and I moved to Canada, to Montreal, I went for an eye test, and I had my glasses with me and whatever my prescription was and different things. And I went in and I had my eye test, and the optician was going, that's really strange. She's like, your eyesight has drastically improved and you no longer need to wear glasses. So 2 months ago, I was told by an optician that I no longer need to wear glasses, and it's a direct result of stopping drinking alcohol. And I know that Spirit had a hand in that, and that my own higher spirit was trying to guide me towards my own kind of healing miracle. Now, I'm not trying to be a party pooper. I'm not suggesting that you have to stop drinking alcohol. But what I want to say to you, what I've learned about my mediumship and my mediumship, like drastically improving, and the relationship between when my mediumship's not so great and when it is really, really great, is it's a balance between toxicity and harmony. And I did write about this in my book. For those of you who have my book, The Medium in Manolos, it's the last chapter. I really believe and I really feel that Spirit has impressed upon me that for a medium, for a medium's own self, for a medium who wants to improve their mediumship, the journey that they have to go on is a journey away from toxicity and towards harmony. And many of us are living a life where there's a lot of toxicity in our lives. And look, a little bit of toxicity can be fun, a little bit of giggle water, like alcohol, or, eating some food that's not necessarily that great for you, or, getting into a conversation that maybe you think you feel a bit guilty, like, oh, maybe that was a bit too gossipy, like buying expensive shoes when you hello, that's me buying expensive shoes when there's other things that need to be bought. Like, there can be a little bit of fun toxicity in your life, that's fine. But many of us are living with too much toxicity in our lives. And I, for sure, was one of those people. I was drinking way too much. I was tolerating relationships in my life with friends and also family members that was really not great. I was allowing a toxic state of mind within my own self to persist. I was tolerating toxic romantic relationships. I just wasn't aware of this dynamic between toxicity and harmony. And my mediumship was suffering because of it. My business was suffering. My mental health was suffering. And when Spirit impressed upon me this idea, this notion that when you start making a journey away from toxicity and towards harmony, not only do you feel better within yourself, but your mediumship will drastically improve as well, because harmony is actually the vibration that mediumship occurs on. It's when the vibration of the person in spirit becomes harmonious with your vibration. You know, like when you hear an a cappella choir sing, it just sounds so beautiful as all the harmonies come in. That's what mediumship is like. But if you're out of tune and you're in toxicity, then you can't properly get in tune with spirit. And so the way to get in tune with spirit is to lessen the amount of toxicity in your life and increase the amount of harmony in your life, because what we do in life, we become in our mediumship. So I knew that by stopping drinking, I would be better in my mediumship, that my mediumship would, be richer, it would be more accurate, it would be more joyful, it would be more impactful, it would be more healing. But I didn't know that spirit intended also to give me my eyesight back. So if you're looking for a little miracle in your own life, if you are looking for a miracle in your mediumship or in any other area of your life, then try this suggestion. Try looking at your life and saying, okay, where is there toxicity that's not that naughty and fun? I'm not talking about a donut or the odd glass of wine or whatever that's like, or skipping the gym one day. I'm not talking about that. That's all fun, that's fine. I'm talking about, like, where is there something in your life that is rotten to the core? Where you're tolerating it, where you're overlooking it, where you're letting it fester, you're letting it be, you're letting that wound stay with you. If you can correct that thing, if you can heal that thing, if you can move away from that thing or find a way to transform it and make that move towards harmony, you will be surprised at the little miracles that come into your life, including a drastic improvement in your mediumship. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's the tip that I want to give you. That's the story of how I got my eyesight back. I quit drinking, I moved away from toxicity and towards harmony, and not only did my mediumship improve, but my eyesight did too. So where is it in your life that you can look at something that's toxic and transform it into something that's harmonious? If you were just to choose one thing, so say for example, there's a friend in your life who maybe isn't actually really a friend. You sort of just hang out with each other, but the depth of the conversation isn't there. You don't leave the engagement feeling like, oh, this person's enriching my life and I'm enriching theirs. It's just sort of not really working. If you were to spend the time that you spent in that toxic situation instead in conversation with God, with your higher self, in a compassion meditation, walking about in nature, getting some exercise, working on your mediumship, doing some gratitude in your journal. If you were just to directly move that one area or that one relationship that isn't working and take the time you were spending on that, and you were only to shift that one thing from toxicity into harmony, you would notice a drastic improvement in your mediumship, and you would notice your little miracle arriving. So tell me if you agree. What do you think? What are you going to be transforming? Where is there any toxicity in your life that you've been getting that niggling feeling from your higher self that you need to change? Please tell me all about it in a comment, and thank you so much for watching. This has been Lauren Robertson, and I'll talk to you really soon. Bye.